Peace and blessings, y'all. In this corner, boxing 24. Good evening, good evening. How's everyone doing this evening? Hope everybody's doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good on this side as always. God is great, God is good, and I definitely can't complain. So, just finished watching the second press conference for Bud Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. in New York City, the home of the one and only In This Corner Boxing 24. Very interesting, a lot of different points that was made, some things that was said. Just to piggyback a little bit off of yesterday, a main correction that was made when Bud corrected Derrick James on Teofimo Lopez being a two-time or two-division undisputed champion. And we know that Teofimo was never undisputed. He was unified. And we know that Errol Spence is the unified champion now. And on July 29th, Bud Crawford will be the two-division undisputed world champion. He was undisputed at 140, and he will be undisputed at 147. I'm going to say this before I start making my points. I could kind of feel the energy of both fighters. I could feel the energy of the fight and the aura. I could feel a lot of different things, man. But one thing I'm going to mention that you can't deny, and Bud Crawford, he backed Errol Spence up on this. Errol Spence started talking about his fights and how he breaks people and he breaks fighters. And I don't know why he really keeps saying that, because you didn't break Sean Porter. You didn't break Danny Garcia. So I don't know why you keep with this moniker of breaking people, because you broke your Dinas Ugas up. You didn't break Mikey Garcia either. You didn't break a lot of fighters. The fighter you did the most damage to was Kell Brook after he was damaged by Triple G, and then you damage Ugas because he's an in-close fighter, don't know how to move his head, hurt you 3 times in the 6th round, but didn't know how to capitalize on it. You're not breaking nobody. But one thing was mentioned when you kept talking about breaking fighters, and you said how easy it was to do it. And Bud said, this ain't no easy task over here. And you admitted, oh, I know it ain't no easy task. This is what Spence said. This is not In This Corner Boxing 24. Errol Spence said, no, I know you ain't no easy task. You could feel the energy, bro. This ain't no easy fight for either guy, but Errol Spence is not gonna have his way on July 29th. I'm just letting you know. Errol Spence is in for a fight, and he's not breaking nobody. Okay, and when you keep talking about breaking somebody, be careful. You might be the one that get broke. So from that, I'm gonna get on this point right here, okay? Because I'm getting comments from people, and people keep talking about, they always want to take away credit from Bud and his win over Sean Porter, and particularly in Kell Brook. So I'm going to say this. I was watching the Blood, Sweat, and Tears, which was the show that they do 2 episodes right before the fight. And before Bud and Sean Porter fought, they did this episode in 2020, November 2020, right before they fought. Mind you, Sean Porter fought Errol Spence in September 2019. So you're talking about a year and a couple of months, okay? But people don't want to give Bud credit. So in the Blood, Sweat, and Tears episode, these are Sean Porter's words. Sean Porter said, and I quote, Bud Crawford knows that I'm the only one. No, pardon me. He said, Bud, this is what he said first. He said, Bud Crawford knows that if he beats me, nobody else can beat him. He said, if he beats me, nobody else can beat him. Go watch it for yourself. I ain't making nothing up. Basically, in the welterweight division, Sean Porter said, if he beats me, he knows that nobody else can beat him. That would include Errol Spence, right? He said nobody else. Then he said, I'm the only one that can beat him. And we know what the result was after that fight, right? He got stopped. He got put down 2 times. So if this was a fighter that wasn't prepared mentally, and all these comments about his father saying he wasn't prepared, he wasn't doing this, he wasn't doing that. If he wasn't prepared mentally, why is he making comments like that? This is what he said. Now, whatever preparation they had or didn't have, you still got in that ring and you still put it on the line. You lost, whether you listened to your father or didn't listen to you. Because listen, a boxer got instincts too, okay? You got a trainer, but you got to have your own instincts. Because when Floyd Mayweather got buzzed by Shane Mosley, whatever his father said or didn't say didn't help him in that moment. He had to gather himself and say, damn, let me hold on real quick, get my legs up under me, and then go back at it. You have to have that. So it ain't all about the trainer. You got to have your own instincts in that ring. Okay, so don't put that on his father said he wasn't prepared. He was prepared. No, what he wasn't prepared for was Bud Crawford and what he brings to the table. And Errol Spence won't be prepared either. Like Bud said, I've already reeled him in. Now I'm going to bring him on the banks. What happened when the fish is taken out of water? He suffocates. That's what he said yesterday at the press conference. This is going to be a suffocation, man. That's the kind of fight that this is going to be. Now, listen, I don't have a problem with somebody disagreeing with me. But again, I just quoted from you to you. I just quoted blood, sweat, and tears right before the fight and what Sean Porter said. Okay, so you can't deny that. Mind you, Sean Porter fought Danny Garcia and Yordenis Ugas before he fought Errol Spence. Back to back. He fought Danny Garcia, he won. He fought Ugas, he won. And then he fought Errol Spence. Errol Spence fought Danny Garcia and then Ugas, right? He won, and he won. But Sean Porter already did it. So do Errol Spence get credit for beating him? Absolutely. So why can't Bud get credit for beating Sean Porter and Kell Brook after Errol Spence did it? Man, you can't play with boxing like that, man. You got to give him credit, especially in the fashion that he beat them. Okay? That's how boxing goes, man. All right? So, July 29th, we're going to see an undisputed champion. And don't be surprised at the result. That's all I'm going to say. All right? Because I know a lot of y'all like, oh, man, man, listen, this is my channel. I'm speaking the truth. I'm giving it to you the way it's supposed to be given. I'm not disrespecting anybody. You don't have to agree with me, but the knowledge that I have, I put it to use. Okay? I study both fighters. I've been watching fights. I'm going to keep watching Errol Spence in his fights. I'm going to keep watching Bud in his fight. I see what I need to see. I've seen what I need to see. And that Ugas fight, watching it over, showed me a lot more of why Errol Spence is in a whole lot of trouble in that fight. And Bud told him tonight, and his trainer said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't getting no break when we hurt you. We hurt you, it's a wrap. He got 3 breaks with Ugas, man. 3 breaks. I'm just saying. But this breaking fighters thing that Spence is on, man, he ain't breaking nobody like that. But it sounds good, though. It sounds real good, and we're going to see. Because the fight is almost here, man. All right? July 29th, undisputed champion. T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas. In this corner, Boxing 24. Please subscribe to the page. Please leave your comments. Let me know how you feel. Everybody enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace.